Yo, 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 what it do, what it is, y'all. It's your boy Taylor May Rock, and now tuned in to the infamous No Filter Show. And as always, I'm joined by my great co-hosts.
Y'all know these vibes. It's your boy K Quick, Walter and Dexter Fitz, villain in the white mask in the building. BBF, we in here.
Hey everybody, it is the Blue Phoenix. And I'll be on camera in a second. We are missing our lovely shining star and our GI but hopefully stars are not joining, but maybe will.
Yeah, forgive Mo. He is in the middle of, applying his Bengay for the evening.
Oh shit, you know they're gonna be on your
You know,
ass when you get in.
No, I'm just saying. You ain't noticed last time he was around us. Every time he walked, it sounded like a door slowly opening.
I'm scared.
Yeah, pretty. So yeah, he had to
Oh
grease the
man,
joints down.
man. So how was y'all week? How's everybody feeling?
I'm okay. It was an eventful couple days. We'll say that much.
Indeed, you wheeze.
yeah, I'm good. I'm,
Hmm.
the norm, but
Hmm.
I'm good. It has
Out.
been really eventful though. It has been very crazy on this side of town.
Hmm.
Georgia Avenue has been lit up.
For
Yep.
obvious
Florida
reasons.
Avenue, yeah, been lit up. It's been off the chain.
What
So,
about you, Rockets?
so you know we're all dealing with the aftermath of Tuesday.
Hmm.
Um, so Tuesday was really weird.
Hmm.
Um, I stayed out. What day was that? Monday night, leading into Tuesday, right?
Hmm.
I had to go make a run off the late night. I had to go see my best friend or whatever, and me and my wife took a ride or whatever. So Tuesday was the 3 year anniversary of my mom's passing away, and this year was different. I was sad, of course, but I did a lot of healing in these last past 3 years, so I'm in a way better space. I still had to take my time to myself, but I'm way better. But it was kind of like I was reminded that my mother was around me. So we were on our way home, and first we were about to leave, but we got distracted and we end up just staying, right? So okay, cool. So on the way home on the Beltway, normally I'm in the fast lane gunning. Like I'm the guy that sets the tone in traffic. But this time I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? And I was getting ready to get over to the slow lane, and a car shot over from the fast lane and almost ran in back of me because they were racing.
Oh
So
wow.
that's one divine intervention, right?
And then that happened.
Right.
I guess that was the second divine intervention. Oh man. That remind me of a dang series that just and you ever watch a show where it just ends at the last episode of the season and it just leaves you on the cliffhanger.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. You left us waiting for more.
I'm just saying, left us dead on the cliffhanger. You know what I mean? It's highly upsetting.
Can
Oh,
y'all
there
hear
he
me?
is. Yeah. Now you gotta finish that story.
I can't hear y'all.
We hear you.
Okay, I'm gonna go out and come back.
Cool. So
You
it's
hang
like no, it's like I don't want to go too far off because he got to come back and finish that though. So
Okay, I'm here.
so you can hear us now.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Finish the story.
Okay. What else? What up, bro? So as we're approaching, it's two lights away from me. Um, there was a really bad accident. It was involving a HVAC van. There was blower motors, ladders, everything all over the road.
oh my goodness.
Um, it was another truck, like a F-150, airbags deployed. Um, Another car was on the other side of the highway,
Wow.
airbags deployed. It was people on the ground. It was just like we just arrived at the scene, like right after it happened. My instincts kicked in, and I told what I'm saying, my wife to grab her phone, and I pulled up, and we asked, "Was everybody okay?" Let them know that we called 911 or whatever. But it was divine intervention because I was supposed to be there around that time that accident happened. You feel me?
Oh
So
wow.
I
It's
kind of
slow
felt,
down.
yeah, it was kind of like something kept me where I was. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of feel like, that was divine intervention. Um, moving into Tuesday, we're gonna jump right into this shit because it's a lot. What up, Denise? Um, we had to sit through this election, and um, I'm a fair man. Congratulations to President-elect Trump for um, winning the election. It wasn't
He
what the
didn't
nation.
just he didn't just win. He dog walked. Oh girl, bro.
Yeah,
It
he
wasn't
did.
even close.
He did. So let's get into it. How y'all feeling about that?
To be truthfully honest, nothing, bruh. Like at this point, it's like now. Granted, I voted. Let me put that out there. I voted, but it's whatever, bruh. It's like, cause to be truthfully honest, it was one of those cases for me where it's the lesser of two evils. Did each of them have certain things I looked at that made sense? Yeah, but did I think they were both qualified to take that seat? No. And it just makes me look at both sides, the right and left, and it makes me think, bruh, is this the best we could do? Like, really? Is this really the best we could do from either end? Like, and granted, even though I'm registered as one thing, uh, Democrat, of course, but I'm on the side of what's right. If something over there makes more sense than what's over there, and vice versa, that's who I can get behind.
Mhm.
Where they place me or what category I was placed in ever since I was registered to vote has nothing to do with the decision I decide to make. You
Right,
know
right.
what I'm saying? But I really felt nothing because at the end of the day, I also know it really doesn't matter who's in that seat. What was going to happen is going to happen, uh, anyhow. But I also have a theory, but I'm gonna hold off on it. How did you feel after it, Phoenix?
I was going to say the same thing. My thing is this: you learn, or I have learned, that it doesn't matter who's in office; they are just a face. They are just the face. All the power is behind them. All the power. It doesn't matter if Democrats lead, if Republicans lead, if the GOP is in lead. It doesn't matter because what they're going to do, whatever law they're trying to change, whatever they're trying to flip, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I know a lot of people are disappointed, and I'm very surprised at the heartbreak that swept America like it did. It's like, I know everybody was counting on Kamala winning, or a great deal of people was counting on Kamala winning. I want to know why. Is it because is it just because they didn't want Trump in office, or is it because they really wanted her to win?
Both.
Right, but it's I want
C-
people. It's amazing because we really put it seemed like our spirit into this race.
Hmm.
When at the end of the day, none of this is for the people.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
no, that's 100. That's real.
so,
What you got,
so
Rock?
I would say, I think after Trump's first, and this is just my personal opinion, after Trump's first presidency, we seen who he was, what he stood for, and who he supported. When
Mm-hmm.
he didn't win the second time, he didn't give no speech. Now people are going on Kamala for making people wait, and we're going to get to that. He didn't give his speech. Okay. Then he incited the event that happened on January 6th. So to be honest, I think America really seen him for exactly who he is. You feel me? In America really fearful. Now what's scary is I was gonna play it tonight, but there was a news reporter that went back and picked up on something that he said this whole entire election. His campaign, he said, "Oh, I don't need you to vote for me. I have enough votes already." And he said this multiple times through his campaign as if he knew he was going to win. Okay. Now, what I feel is Kamala didn't win because one, she's a woman. Two, she's a black woman. You get what I'm saying? Black women are the most feared creatures and misunderstood creatures in this world. You know what I'm saying? And the more and more I get older, I see it. You feel me? I've always said as a black man, we've had it hard, but black women really have it just as bad. And just me being in the workplace and seeing that the way that they're being treated different, you know what I'm saying? That they can't be themselves. Like, I get it. But I really feel like she didn't win because she was a black woman. And it's sad. It's really sad. Go ahead.
Rock, let me get you right there because you just steamrolled right into my theory. Because I've noticed the pattern. Trump only wins these elections when he's going against a woman. He went against a man, didn't win.
Mm-hmm.
Went against a woman, one white and one culturally diverse. Won both times.
Mm-hmm.
Landslide.
Hold on. Can we stop saying that? Because it's always a rule for us. If you have 1% of black in you, whatever.
Well, the argument is a lot of our people are arguing whether she does or not. that's the only reason I say that. Now, granted, I am not going to be the one to determine that because I didn't dig into her family tree. Therefore,
Right.
I wasn't the one making that argument. I'm focusing on who's the best candidate. I don't care who your grandmother's grandmother was and where your lineage. Are you qualified for the job? So I didn't take the
Yep.
time to trace any ethnic roots. So that's why I said that. But anyways, back to what I was saying. When it's against a woman, he tends to win. Win against a man one time, which is Biden, lost. So that raises a question: is America really ready for a woman to lead? Do you think that? You think that's because that is that the reason why
No.
that happened?
No. Let me tell you why. No.
Go ahead.
Because the women are still fighting for their rights to their own bodies. So if women are still fighting for their rights to their bodies, what makes you think that we're going to elect a woman president? And it smacked me in the face after reflecting. You know what I'm saying? Like, until a woman has exact equal rights, and let's be real, across the board. Like I said, in the workplace, I see pain. You feel me? You see the difference. You get what I'm saying? Like, you see the what is it? I don't want to say it wrong. What is it? Inequality? Is that right? You see, I think that's right. If not, Trump put bigly in the dictionary. That's my word. But
Oh,
you feel me? But it's not fair. It's not fair. And I've seen a lot of fear in women's eyes, and you can hear it in their point of view. You feel me? Because they're really affected by this. Like, they're losing rights. Like, as a man, I'll be blown. I'll be pissed if somebody tell me I can't do something with my body. You
not
feel
only
me?
not only can't do it, get charged for something that happens naturally. You can get charged for murder by having a miscarriage or by helping assist the miscarriage.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Yeah,
But
Now,
what do you think of that theory, though, Phoenix?
I agree. I agree to an extent.
Explain.
Well, I mean, I agree as far as America not being ready for a woman president, and particularly a woman of color, because we are still fighting for our rights. We still a lot of the backbone for a lot of people, but we are not the main forefront of the thing. We are used for numbers. We are used as fetishes. And I'm not talking about our black men. I'm talking about other cultures. We are used as, innovative image. We are the support. So yeah, I do agree with that. But we also Do you really think Kamala was ready to be president? Now we already know Trump ain't got no sense. But do you think she was ready? Do you think she? I'm
By the way,
asking.
your sound is cutting out just a little bit, Phoenix.
It's hard to say if she was ready. You feel me? I didn't know too much about her VP, and I'm gonna be honest with you. It came so fast because we was expecting Biden to run. You feel me? Biden pulled out, and okay, bam, next man up, she's up. So I really didn't get a chance to dive in, or let me say, I didn't do my part to really dive in because I just didn't. You know what I'm saying? That was laziness on my part, and it doesn't make it right. But I'm just being completely blunt, honest with you. But well, I'm sorry. What was the question again?
Was she ready to be? Do you think she
Okay,
was ready?
Was ready
so
to really think, and I want us to take away. We have to remove some things because a lot of emotions are set, just like when Obama ran. It was because of his color.
I
And
gotta, yeah,
I'm gonna tell you
I
something.
gotta answer.
I'm gonna tell you something. I don't think that she was ready to run on that ticket. And the reason why I say this, if she was to become a president, she needs to have a strong backing as a vice president. You feel me? Somebody that's going to have her back and not go for the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I'm saying. Um, but not this ticket. You feel me? I will say this: her speech inspirational. I couldn't do nothing but respect it. You know what I'm saying? At first, I'm like, you know, why she didn't give her speech that night? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was one of the ones questioning it, but I didn't down her. But I questioned her like, why not? You know what I'm saying? And then I watched her speech, and during the times where she was speaking, you can hear her voice crack. You can hear the emotion. You feel me? Now, let me tell you why I respect her for not doing her speech now. Because there's a thing about a woman, and Weezy, tell me if I'm right or wrong. It's always said that a woman cannot be a leader because or a president because one, she can't control her emotions. You feel me? That right there was a smart move. That was a situation where she said, "Okay, I have to give this speech. Right now, my emotions are overbearing me, and I can take a breather. You feel me? I don't have to concede yet, but I can take a breather. You know what I'm saying? You got to respect that. She ain't because if she would have got up there and just started speaking off of emotion, it would have made her look bad. It would have made her look really really bad. Go ahead, Phoenix.
I agree, but I'm not. Let me say this. I understand that. I understand that.
Mhm.
But if Trump had lost, he would have been expected to speak. So I don't. We can't do that.
You said what?
If Trump had lost, he would have
Uh
been
huh.
expected to speak that night. So we can't.
He was, but guess what? He didn't.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Even
he didn't.
when he
So
lost, but we. That's one of the issues. Okay, so we have to learn as women to pull back our emotions when we have to do certain things. It can be difficult, especially when you've never had to do it. But this situation is a little bit different. Um, she could have cried if she wanted to. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is very emotional for anybody, every so she could have. I mean, people were listen. There's a lot going on up here. They blocked off this school for.
hold on, quick, hold on. I don't think it would have been good for her to cry
No,
because
no, no. I'm not talking about on stage. I'm not talking about on
yeah, yeah,
stage.
yeah, yeah.
No, on stage. She could have did it and then came out. She could have did, even if he didn't do it. The thing is, because if she's trying to prove something, and I'm not trying to be insensitive, I'm only saying this because as a woman, we tend to have to do a little more. We tend to have to prove a little more. We tend to have to stand up and do stuff a little more to be heard. She should have spoke. She should have been back there, let them tears come out, suck it up. Listen, y'all, we lost, or this don't look good. This don't look good. But hey, it's not over. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I get it, but because of what she stands for and what she's representing, she should have. It was too many people. It's too much was on her. She should have said something. And I get the emotional part. Stop. Move. I get the emotional part. Believe me. But she should have said something. Trump, you don't,
Can I please go now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, quick.
The question: do you think she was ready to be president? I'll repeat that. I'll repeat that question one more time before I go in. The question that was asked is: do you think she was ready to be president?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I respond to that by saying we got to be a little more specific with that question, because what are we basing that off of? What is the measurement of being ready to be a president? Because granted, when Trump first ran, I thought it was a joke. I saw Trump on reality TV. The last time I paid attention to Trump, Stone Cold stunned his behind at WrestleMania. What made him ready? For crying out loud. Look, for one, if you want to look at the if you want to look at the data, if you want to look at the data of who has a background that is more well suited to be ready for presidency, Trump does not have it. He doesn't. If you want to go off of that, wait. I'm not done yet. Not done yet. Trump does not have it. If we're going off of qualifications. Now, number two, we're doing all this talking about she should have spoke. She should have spoke. She should have spoke. That means she's not ready. She should have spoke. Well, Trump should have spoke sooner rather than wait 3 hours until the dang Capitol was raided. He shouldn't have said what he said to incite an entire riot and an entire rebellion. That right there shows that he's not good enough, that he's not well equipped to lead, because his words put a battery in the back of his cult following and took over his own government buildings. Climbed walls that is tall as the wall he said he was going to build, broke windows, stole government computers, all the whole 9 yards. And he waited 3 hours to say something to calm them down and tell them to go home. For real, he shouldn't have said anything that gave him an ounce of battery juice anyway to even do that. So once again, we talking about not speaking. He should watch his mouth when he speaks. So how about that? So if you just look at the data and the track record of both, I don't think Trump was ever ready. And for real, if Trump can get in office, I'm writing the entire No Filter show on the ballot next election, because we are all ready if he's ready.
Wait a minute, quick. First of all, fuck you, because I've been saying that for the past 5 years. Taylor Ferguson, 2024.
So that whole theory y'all were just discussion. I'm not jacking that, because if we're actually trying to break down who was ready, Trump is nowhere near in the qualifications if we're actually breaking stuff down.
Okay, so you know why I asked that question? Because she was thrown in. This is why I said that. That's why I said it. And again, I'm coming from a place of a woman. I don't walk in men's shoes. I'm not a man. You don't walk in women's shoes, so you're not a woman. So the reason why I said what I said is because of the things that we have to deal with. Because a lot of things are right on her as a woman. On top of the fact, she pulled a lot of stuff, pulled a lot of people in. She pulled on a lot of things running for this presidency. There are certain things that you have to do. If you gonna pull from it, you got to do. I mean,
one thing I'll ask you, Phoenix. Please be a little more specific, because the fact that she's a woman is not a good enough way to measure whether she's equipped or not to be a president.
I didn't say she wasn't equipped because she wasn't a president. I mean, because she's a woman. I said, do you think she's ready? Because she was thrown in. That's why I said. I never said because she's a woman.
Trump was probably tired of playing golf and said, you know what? I'm bored. Let me run for president. He threw himself in. It's not like he took years and years to prepare. So, I mean, what are we talking about?
This is second term, though.
And like he was a genius at the first one. I just told you why he wasn't equipped for that.
I understand he shouldn't have been able to run. It's a lot of things that shouldn't happen, and it did. There's a lot of things that was just kicked out the bucket and let him go. Okay, we get that point. But go ahead, Rob.
I'm gonna be honest with you, and this is why I got kind of disconnected because each election I always feel like it's personal. Every time I watch a debate, you know what I don't hear about? I don't hear about policy. I hear about what I plan to do. I don't hear about how you're going to do it. You get what I'm saying? And that's where the lines get really blurred for me because you sit up here talking about, oh, these presidents put us in trillions of dollars of debt, and I'm going to bring us out, and I'm going to fix the economy. Well, newsflash, the shit ain't never been fixed, and everybody been saying this shit for the same time every single time. So the question is, what's going to be done? Show me some policy. Talk to me. You feel me?
That's another thing, and it seems like it's more these because for one, when you watch these debates, let's just focus on Kamala and Trump. All we saw was two people throwing dirt around. No, nothing really got addressed as far as policies or anything like that. For real, this is another reason why I'm actually happy this whole election is over, regardless of who won, because I'm sick of having one thing. I think I mentioned this before. People will just walk up to you and assume you want to have a political conversation. I don't. It's very draining. I really don't want to talk about it for two reasons. One, the main one is firstly, it's very draining. It is very draining. Two, the reason it's draining is because there are a lot of people on both sides who are not able to have an intellectual conversation without things getting disrespectful. And that's when I just tune out of the whole politics thing. I'm sick of hearing the ads and all that stuff. That part ruins it for me. The fact that not even the politicians can have an actual healthy conversation about it. It's more so just screaming at each other, throwing dirt, digging in each other's backgrounds. This person did this and this and that and this and that. None of which shows that you're equipped or ready for the seat. Might I ask, if we're going back to the question that was asked earlier, that's what really tunes me out because it really gives you nothing to go off of when it's time for somebody to go to the polls. It's all in who won the argument. If anything, these are just battle rappers who don't rhyme, if you ask me.
So real quick, so if one of y'all can look in the chat and see who that gentleman was that made this statement. Unfortunately, I can't show the video tonight. I'm working off my phone. I'm gonna paraphrase pretty much what he said. He was saying that the reason why he voted for Trump was because it was in the best interest of the white race to prevent them from becoming the minority. You feel me? He's saying pretty much that it was a strategic power move versus voting for what was right. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about that part of it. And then I have a second part to that. How does that make you feel?
That sounds like white supremacy. That sounds like racism. That sounds like racial superiority. They don't like being that person obviously feels that there's a pecking order and they feels that his race should be superior for whatever reason. And that just screams supremacy and racism.
Okay. Phoenix?
His name is Jared Taylor. He's a white nationalist.
Okay.
Yeah, so we were talking about that, and I agree with. But like I said last night or the other night, we were talking about it. They're already the minority. They've been the minority. We just don't realize there are way more of us as indigenous or black peoples of colors here than white people. Minority. But again, with that mindset, like it's very racist to want to be superior over others because you think you have that.
Your audio again, Phoenix, by the way.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think my hand. because you think you had the authority or you think you had the right because you're white. Then he said when his people came and built this country, no, your people did not build this country. Your
Mm-hmm.
people didn't build this country. So it's a lot of ridiculous. And the only reason why the KKK or the white nationalists or racist people are that way is because of fear, because they honestly believe if they are depleted or found out to be the minority, that we're going to do them the way they did us. And that's not the truth, because we don't give two flying fucks about them. We just want to live.
That sounds like guilt to me.
It's
So
guilt and fear.
So I love this conversation. It's not to down, it's to empower. And I'm gonna start that by saying this. When I go to the next part, and take, and it's hard to do this, but take the fact that we're on the other side, we're on the short end of the stick. Is that way of thinking actually wrong?
To want to
To want to keep your people in position of power
and cause harm in the process. Because the only reason
not cause harm, but keep your people in position of power to be the dominant, to maintain.
Well, this is it. Well, this is the thing.
Mm-hmm.
If I can just speak from the perspective of my people, we don't care about that. All we care about is if we are flourishing as a people. We are not trying to. All we want is our fair. All we wanted in this country is a fair shake, because, like you said, we are on the short end of the stick. For one, we can't even speak from that perspective because we never been over there, if you ask me. So we can't. So all of this is literally some hypothetical ish. So we don't know what it's like to be the oppressor. We don't know what it's like to be the supremacist, to tear cultures down and then steal from other cultures, and so on and so forth, and so on and so forth. And I'm speaking in terms of racism here. We are the product of that. We are not the oppressors in that scenario. So it's very, very hard for us to even, or if I just speak for myself, it's very hard for me to see that kind of way, because, for one, I don't want to be superior over anybody. I got love for anybody who got love for me. I want everybody to eat. There's enough place at this table for anybody.
But hold on. Let's break it down, man. I'm glad that we're here, and just follow me. So yes, you're absolutely right. So I'm about to start talking that shit now.
Talk, I'm listening.
In your mind, indirectly, by human nature, you want to maintain your position of power, right? Now let me give you an example, right?
Go ahead.
Quick. And since you were just talking, quick.
All right.
Look at that wall behind you.
I see it.
It's beautiful. It shows your hard work. You feel me? It shows that you're top ranking. You're in a position of power in your field right now, correct? You are going to work hard and smart to maintain your position, and you will fight for your position. Take that same mindset and apply that to what he just said. So it's a natural thing to want to maintain your position of power. I just feel like us as a people, you feel me? It's time to kind of flip our mindset just a little bit. I'm not saying forget what happened. Always remember what the fuck happened so it won't happen again. That's number one. Hold on. Let me finish.
I got you.
Number two, play the fucking game. You get what I'm saying? How? Let me tell you one thing that we as a people fuck up with. We fuck up with credit. Credit will put you on. Prime example. Let's say all five of us, right? The No Filter Show. We all add each other as authorized users on each other's credit cards, right? That means when I make a payment, my credit score is going to go up, and everybody else. If anything negative happens, it won't affect It affect me, but it won't affect y'all because y'all just authorized users. Now imagine if we all did that and we bumped our credit up to a great credit score, right? Let's say, with that being said, by myself, I qualify for 10,000. By yourself, everybody gets 10,000. Now, with that credit that we have together, we can come to the table and get a major fucking loan to start a major business. This is what they do.
All right, so right there with that example there.
So and this is one way. The problem is we as a people, I'm gonna say it again. We as a people don't want to work together. You dig what I'm saying? We always got to be number one. What's that? That position of power. You get what I'm saying? That's why races around us are excelling. That's why foreigners are coming to this country and working together. I done seen the Hispanics sleep deep in one house and they work and they put money on the table. Boom, you got another house. Shift, bring more people, start business. Let's hire each other. Let's work together. Let's build together and grow. I see it all the time, but we as a people don't do that. And because we don't do that, that slows down our progression. And that's facts. That's what's hurting us. It's time to play the game instead of fighting against the game. Because once you play the game and master it, then and only then you can be in position of power to control shit. If we want to gain control, we got to fix the way we playing the game. I digress.
All right, we're kind of talking about two different things here. Now, if we go back to your example you just did, then we're going to go back to another one. The whole credit circle example. Brilliant idea. But that's us creating a plan to help put us in a better spot. We are not hindering anyone else in the process. We are not putting the anchor on somebody and throwing them in the ocean. This back here, I got this because I invested in me. I took a shot on me. I didn't knock anybody down. I didn't step on anybody. I studied the game. I'm a student of the game, and I studied myself, and I took a shot on myself before anyone else could. Hence the reason all this is behind me. I did not have to stab no one in the back. I didn't have to suppress nobody. I didn't have to oppress nobody. It was me and my work and my focus on me. So if he needs to suppress somebody to feel superior, he's looking at black people. He's looking at people over there, looking at people over there. And he's saying, I'm scared of that. We got to put a stop to them. If you really had the power and the knowledge and the hard work and the ethic to put yourself into power or into where you need to be, you wouldn't have to stab or bring down nobody of no race. You would get together with 5 of your friends into that little credit circle and get yourself there. And don't worry about, or if you don't worry about them, focus on you and make sure you do what you got to do to get to where you need to do.
He's not talking about stabbing people in the back. He's just saying that he voted for. All he said was he voted.
Phoenix,
for
talk to him. It's because I know what he's doing, but he's not getting me.
Hold on, because I got one for you. Did you vote for Obama? Come on, talk to me.
When I was 18, yes, that was the first person I voted for.
Why did you vote for Obama?
I ain't going front. I was 18 and my president was black and my Lambo's blue, and I be god dang if my rims ain't too. That's what it was.
I
was in high school. I was in high school. I ain't know no better.
Because
so
he was black.
Because I did not. Did you just hear what I said? I recited a cheesy song.
I'm not saying. I'm speaking for me.
No, well, all right, there you go. Well, I thought you was reiterating.
So we voted for him because he was black, and we felt like he would benefit us. Correct?
I'm not gonna front. Right? Ain't no. I wouldn't have known. I just saw somebody. I'm answering your question. I saw somebody that looked like me, never got the shot ever in life, and so on and so forth. Yada yada yada. And what?
My brother said he was black with a plan. This is where I'm getting. His plan was to help us get ahead. Thank you. And he also had a plan for who? For us. So we listen. So my
Weezy, get
point
him,
is,
get
hold on,
him,
let me
get
finish.
him,
Because
Phoenix.
I know Phoenix is about to sprinkle that fairy dust real quick. Let me get my shit on. So in return, we did the same thing that man on there said. Even though we voted because we believed that black man was going to do something in favor of us. All he said was he voted in favor of them, and the favor was to keep them in position of power and keeping them from being a minority. Go ahead, Phoenix. Sprinkle.
Okay, first of all, sprinkle. Like I don't like
Let's go.
that woman be tripping. Anyway, no. First of all, he wants to stay in a position of power because of you know why. You know exactly why. And the intention behind it is no matter what, we're gonna step on next, we're gonna take people out. First and foremost. So don't even try. Second of all, we voted for Obama because, like Smokey said, he was black with a plan. But the thing is, it wasn't to stop anybody else. It was to help us because no one makes us a priority. That is why we did it. The reason why is because we're not made a priority. I don't give a damn who's in office. Kamala didn't even make us a priority. She said she wasn't going to do it. Okay? So I don't want to hear it. Nobody gets in office and say, hey, we're going to specifically work with these black folks. They got the Asian law. They got all these damn laws. LGBTQIA got more laws and rights than we do as a people. And then damn sure more rights as women because they trying to get their asses pregnant.
So let me ask you this. Do y'all think it's because we don't have people of color inside of these important offices?
No, because there are people of color in there. They just don't work for us. RJ Jr. wants to help us, our health especially. And he was independent, or was he green? He was green. So we could have anybody, and green. They had votes. It was an independent. It was a lady that ran for independent, and it was JFK. I'm not. No, that wasn't John F. Kennedy. It was another Kennedy that ran for green. Anyway, so hold on, baby. So that's at the end of the day. We saw Obama, and we saw finally somebody's going to do something for us. It wasn't do something for us and forget everybody else. It was do something for us. And we never make it a priority to stop anyone else because we always are open and willing to help others. We are always the first to help others.
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. And this is just a real question. You feel me? Because I like playing devil's advocate, right? You know what we do as a people. You know who we are. You know the skills that we possess. You feel me? If you was on the other side and you seen us, the competition, catching up, wouldn't you get nervous too?
What's the reason you look at area of the race as competition?
It's the fear.
Say what?
I said, why would you look at another race as competition? Focus on, if for one, for one, like why?
I'm gonna tell you something. No matter how you want to look at it, no matter how you want to say it, it's nobody ever just focuses on their own race, bro. We're so divided that we're not focused on what we're doing. We're focused on what they're doing. You dig what I'm saying? If we was to put 50% of that energy back into ourselves, you get what I'm saying? That's why I don't complain as much about the bullshit that goes on. Why? The energy that I can spend complaining is the energy that I can put maneuvering around that shit. You dig what I'm saying?
Well, I'll say this.
Go ahead.
That gentleman in that video that we're speaking of is an older gentleman. He probably grew up in an age or was raised by people who are of an age and of a time where they're used to being the majority. They're used to being superior. Somebody who doesn't have a superior or supremacist complex wouldn't think that way. So nobody who was a supremacist, who wasn't a supremacist, would have that way of thinking. Everything he was saying, he said something because the fellow who was talking to him was of Asian descent, if I remember correctly. And at the end of that conversation, he said something to the effect, so do you feel, so are you basically saying that I shouldn't be here? And for one, in a way, the white person said, yeah. So for one, that is racism. So no matter how you spin it, there's no way, I'll speak for myself, I will never adopt that way of thinking. I can't, bruh.
All right,
It goes against what I believe in.
so let's get on the higher side of this. Um, do you think there's hope for America? Like these next 4 years seems like it's going to be dark, and Kamala said in the darkest hours, you know what I'm saying, you can see the stars better when it's dark outside, and when it becomes dark, us as American people need to light the sky up and be stars. So my question to the panel is: do you think there's hope for America?
I can't. I'm not a seer of the future. I'll always keep I keep everybody and I keep the world up in prayer all the time. But what I can say is it's gonna either go one of two ways. It's either going to, and I, knock on wood when I, say it, it could either pick up where it left off in the dark space where his last term left off, from the riot on, or like I said, I have no problem with being proven wrong. He could actually pull through and enact some things that really change things for the better. Now I feel that there's nothing we can do about it. I feel that every era, when I say era, I mean term of presidency in this case, deserves a fair shake. If he can prove me wrong, good. I'm happy. If it picks up where we left off, back to the regularly scheduled program, I guess.
I'll say America, no, but it's people, yes. America as a whole is nothing but the government. It's just the government. But us as a people, we are the ones that make it good. We're the ones that make it bad. You know what I'm saying? The laws that have been going on, that have been happening the entire time. This is why I said I don't care who was elected. If Kamala won, it would still be some BS behind it. So many things have happened the past 4 years in law that it just does not matter who the president is. Okay. So at the end of the day, we are the people. We make this country what it is. The government, yes, is America, but we are the people. And if we the people unite, and if we the people do what we're supposed to do with each other, we're gonna be great. And I like the fact that you said that you can see the stars best in the darkness. But whether it's dark or light, we still can shine. It just doesn't matter to me. To me, it doesn't matter. Just like when the pandemic happened, I didn't feel it. Why? Because I don't have a fear, and I do what I got to do, and we still went on. And people may have got sick, whatever, blah blah blah. We lost people, and so I'm saddened about that. What I'm saying, we still lived. We still live. I lost family too. We each have lost family. You know what I'm saying? But even if they hadn't left, or even if we didn't have a pandemic, they may have, what I'm saying? Just things that would have happened. But we still have to live, regardless of who's in power, regardless of who's doing what they're doing. Because at the end of the day, under Democratic rule, we have a lot of BS going on. Under Republican rule, we have BS going on too. So
I'm gonna tell you honestly, I definitely feel like there's hope for America, and the reason why I say that is the morning after the election, America was dark. It was an odd feeling over the nation, and I can say over the nation. I walked into work, and like naturally, I'm expected a white man to be excited about Trump, and this was an older white man. And I'm not going to say everything that he said because it was really wild, but he was extremely pissed off. Like he was grumpy, like pissed off. And he looked so defeated after I let him rant. And all I can say to him was like, man, look, we're going to be all right. We're going to keep it positive. You know what I'm saying? But what happens is we get stronger through disappointment and heartache, right? We get inspired. The young people are slowly but surely, young people are tapping into politics. The next generation, they're speaking up more. The next generation of leaders are inspired by this. You dig what I'm saying? Like, it's hope. It's hope. You dig what I'm saying? But here we go. My man just said it. Shout out to Liberty Twitcher. He said, but we need to stop expecting the government to give us stuff that has never worked. Look, my people, I'm gonna say this to y'all, and then I don't even want to talk about politics no more. Man, go out and get yours. Somehow, some way, go out and get yours. You feel me? Like, it ain't hard. It ain't hard. It just takes a little bit of hard work and discipline. Yeah, the cards may be stacked against us, and you may feel that. But when you stop thinking that and just say, I'm gonna win regardless of how the deck is set, yeah, you straight. Be smart. Go get yours and work with your brothers and sisters. Not everybody. That's a whole nother conversation because you can't work with everybody. But tap into with the people that you're supposed to. You know what I'm saying? Band together. Get that bag together, man. I'm trying to tell you. It's so much money out here that we could be making. But our pride, because we want to be in power, number one, you feel me? Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. My team will tell you. I like shining with my team. Shit. What the fuck? I don't want to be the only millionaire. Like, true shit. I want everybody in my circle to eat.
Yeah,
And that's that.
You don't want us at the demise of others. That's the
Exactly. Wait a minute. Under one condition, though. You challenge mine, then it's going to be your demise. Simple as that. What else we talking about, y'all?
At that point, it's defense, but moving on. Well, I will say, being that we're technologically limited today, I would still like to go outside. So, beatbox or something. Somebody be my music or whatever. All right, so I guess I can have my music and stuff. Well, anyhow,
that I was about to do the music for you, quick.
Oh, well, good timing, Brock. So anyhow, welcome to another. See, you didn't even let me say my line. Nope, we're gonna do this again. Bring me back. Welcome to this week's edition of Quick's Corner. Now, hone it in. Evening, everybody. Now, originally I had a video of this to show, but I will post it. I will post it to the no filter page after the show. So be on the lookout for that. Please leave comments under after you watch it. So, firstly, shout out to the Mrs. Denise. She actually brought this to my attention, and this was too good for me not to speak about. And I'm actually so mad that I didn't think of this first. So apparently there is a service that's available, and all of the blue collar folks would actually love this here service, or actually blue and white collar folks. Apparently you can hire this agency to send somebody out to your job and rant, curse, and complain to your boss for you, so you won't get in trouble. Anonymously, all anonymous. Now, if I'm going off of shared memory, you basically tell them everything. You tell them who and what you want. So that person to be chewed out about, and so on and so forth, and all that stuff, and they will go in there and they will lay it in with all gasoline, all gas, no brakes. I'm telling you, this footage, ooh, I can't wait to post this so y'all can see it. The footage is funny. And when I say them managers got so mad, woo! I had a whole bunch of people I would love to use that service on. I will tell you this. I had these managers way, but matter of fact, my first job, I worked. Yep, I got you. I got you, bro. He wanted me to send him that video. So my first job was at Lowe's Home Improvement. Started working there as a team. And it wasn't even the manager. It was the assistant manager. And for real, he was the manager after the assistant manager after that assistant's manager who thought he was running everything. And for real, it almost got real between me and him. But long story short, if I knew of such a service then, he would have had an entire inauguration speech read to him. I swear. And I would have filmed it. Viral. That would have been a viral World Star clip, I swear. Is there anybody, for one, what do y'all think about such a service, and who would you have used it on? What would you have said?
So, I need you to inbox me their email, contact number. I think for Christmas, I'm going to send a couple of my previous employees and employers that, even maybe a couple family members. I'm not going to lie. And I said, look, if y'all get somebody random coming to you, cussing you out and doing whatever, yeah, it's probably for me. Merry Christmas.
Do they do slaps?
I don't know if they do physical confrontation, but for real, if I could choose the person who does that, I need the person to do the slap to be a highly trained MMA fighter who specializes in multiple.
Nope. Hey, quick, you thinking too much. I need one of them niggas that be in them smack contests.
All right, well,
professional smacker.
All right, well, yeah. If you get smacked by one of them, they ain't waking up. So
it's okay. Either way.
That's if that person who receives that message decides that they want to resort to physical altercation.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, the people that I'm gonna send it to, they gonna want to fight.
All right, then get the slap man on the line and see if they got a slap department.
You want to know something? That'd be a dope ass part-time job. Only
not a part-time job. Dang, how did we get on this?
That's crazy. Hold on. Pause. A smacker.
Yeah, that's funny. Phoenix, do you have anybody you would send this type of telegram to?
I got a couple of siblings that need to be telegrammed. A couple of old bosses. Yeah, I'm all on the boss. Yeah, a couple of siblings. A few neighbors, And I'll just peep out the window and be like, yep, and go back to my room.
Not a few neighbors. What's up?
Because it's Christmas time, I will write the insult to the melody of Deck the Halls. You feel me?
I think hey, if that's a specific request for them to recite this message in a melody, I'm sure they will do that.
Absolutely.
Another satisfied customer. I'm sure they'll get a good Yelp review.
Would you do that at a job that you're still working at?
I don't have anybody I dislike that much at this particular.
Would you have the balls enough to do it?
I will tell you this, and like I said, if it was my first job, I would have a subscription. Like straight up. Yeah, twice a week. I would have a subscription if it was that job and the job I had afterwards. So yeah, I would. I definitely would have.
And you know what I kind of want to do? I forgot what movie it was, but I wouldn't send that to my job. I would hire a mariachi band to follow my supervisor around. And every time she sings, they sing. Every time she says something, they play and sing what she says for the whole day.
Oh man, that is hilarious. So what? They gonna follow her in around in the vehicle too?
Yeah,
I forgot. I know
24 hours.
They got to pull up. They got to make sure they get beside her at each red light with the.
so y'all know what we never did get to talk about
What?
What's that?
the cell phone thing.
Ooh,
We never did talk about the cell phone thing. So it is a law. What state is that? Ohio? Was it Ohio?
I think it was.
Where if you like are caught going through your man's phone, you can go to jail. You
Mm.
cannot use their texts and emails as proof of cheating if you're going through a divorce.
Wow.
You you
This
and
is where.
charged. I think in Ohio. I can't.
Ohio.
Wow. So going through somebody's phone is illegal. You're saying?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's an invasion of privacy, especially if the person doesn't know. So now, even if they give you their phone, because you're only supposed to be looking at something specific, if you go somewhere else, that's a violation as well.
Mm. Well,
That's
I'm gonna say
wild.
this: it's a lot of motherfuckers that's going to jail.
Straight up.
Could you imagine being
Yo,
a dumb
facts.
motherfucker sitting in the jail like, damn, what you in for, nigga? I just caught a body. Damn, cuz, what you in for? Man, I went through my girl phone.
She shouldn't have taught me. Shouldn't have taught me her password, bro.
Man. Nah, that's wild.
That is nasty work, bro. Dang, how I wonder how harsh of a punishment you get for something like that.
Invasion of privacy.
Weezy, are you allowed to do a quick Google search to see like what is that punishable for? You know, is that fine? A fine, a community service? You know, is there time you got to spend in jail?
Yeah, it's definitely jail time. Or it's
Yeah.
community service. You gotta go pick up trash.
I mean, because for real, I don't think that should be jail time because I feel there's other charges that should be in there. You know, let them pay a little fine and do some pick up garbage and shovel doo doo at the fair or something like that. but don't. But
No, wait a minute, bro. You fucked up. Doo-doo at the fair, bro.
I mean, dang, shit, work. You know, work the porta potties.
Oh, hell no.
That's community service.
Yeah.
Let me know if y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Okay, it says the punishment for going through someone's phone without their permission can vary depending on the jurisdiction and the specific circumstances, but could include fines, jail time, or civil lawsuits accessing someone's private information without consent, considered a violation of privacy law. In some cases, it may be classified as a misdemeanor offense.
Dang. Yeah, there's a lot of folks going to jail. Cause I got a lot of homies who broke up with girls they were talking to because they snuck through their phone and all that stuff. So that means if this was Ohio, they could press charges.
Well,
Like
anyway, because it didn't only state in that state, it's saying depending on jurisdiction. So I guess it's but now.
that's crazy work, bruh.
Hey, so let me ask y'all this. How do y'all feel about like the death penalty and like I forgot because I was just watching like a couple months like last month I think it was like two people that got executed and if it was a while and one of the options was if they couldn't get the chemicals for the lethal injection like their choice was the electric chair or firing squad.
They wait a minute, they let them choose?
Yeah, bro.
And they still fire squad people?
They brought it back.
Wow, I did not know that.
So how do you feel about that?
I don't know, bro. I'm still stuck on the fact that they brought firing squads back. I thought that went out in like the Civil War times, bro. That's wow. That's crazy. I gotta figure out when did they bring that back. You know,
A couple years ago.
Is it state specific?
I think we reported that.
I don't remember. So is that state specific?
I forgot what state it was.
So it is. Dang.
So
I mean, they get.
Now you know
Go ahead.
I gotta be crazy. You want death row?
Never.
Say quick. How you want to go? It's your choice.
Well, this is the thing. Realistically speaking, they say, or scientifically speaking, you would think the electric chair would be quicker, a quicker death. A firing squad, them bullets, you gotta hope one of them bullets hit like something vital where it's like death on impact. Otherwise, you're gonna be you gotta either bleed out or they just gonna keep firing and you're gonna feel all them bullets in you until something get hit that just takes the lights out. So I mean, I guess it's the chair.
Okay, so I found as of 2024, Idaho, Mississippi, Oklahoma, South Carolina, and Utah used the firing squad for the death penalty. In 2023, the legislature debated about using the firing squad as a means of execution. On March 20th, 2020,
Phoenix, your audio, Phoenix.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, so in 23, the Tennessee legislature debated about using the firing squad as a means of execution. And on March 20th, 2023, the bill passed the Idaho legislature, was signed by the governor.
Yikes.
Bruh, and I think Denise said it was World War II they last started using that. So, dang. So, yeah, around the same, in the same range, I guess, in the same stretch. I know the times are off, but still. Wow. I didn't even, because with a firing squad, from photos I've seen back in the day, they just basically took the dude out there handcuffed, blindfolded him, faced him away from the shooters, and then they Swiss cheesed him until he didn't get up no more or didn't move. It's crazy.
No, he was facing them. They looking.
Well, no, I've seen it both ways. It looked like he was facing away and so on and so forth. But yeah, it's that's just wild.
What they probably do is this day and age in the military and like the marksmen, the sharpshooters, they probably give them.
Oh no, it's probably a headshot.
Nah, it's probably one large caliber sniper to the heart, to the chest area. You know what I'm saying? That's probably how they do that shit.
Yeah, they probably, if it's a large caliber, they trying to blow their whole back out.
Yeah, I mean that's the only way.
No, didn't. I'm pretty sure they're trying to do it to where I'm pretty sure now with the weapons that they have in the U.S., they're trying to do it to where it's more ethical,
But do you feel that the death penalty is inhumane?
I feel it's inhumane because there's people who have gotten the death penalty who weren't guilty of their crimes. I feel that if death penalties are warranted, the system needs to do their due diligence to, for one, make sure they have the right person, let alone if the person is even guilty of what they were accused of. You know what I'm saying? To even get that sentence. I mean, we just had a situation of, forgive me, I forgot his name, where somebody who just got executed but he was found but DNA proved he didn't do anything. So I think that is very inhumane, but it's not just the death penalty part, it's the whole system. Like literally new evidence and new proof came in and they still took him out. So it's death penalty is a part of what's inhumane. It's everything that happens before that can become inhumane.
I think, like, I agree with what Quick said. I also think it should depend. I don't think everything requires a death penalty, but I do feel pedophiles should get it. There is no amount of castration,
Facts.
no amount of castration that will take those urges away. They will find something else to use. So they definitely got to go. Murder, I mean, yeah, I guess you could say eye for an eye or whatever, but I think especially mainly pedophiles, they got to go.
But all in all, as far as the pretty much. That's basically that though. But hey, but I will say, speaking of, because we were, if you all had a choice, if you all just threw a name out there and they were in office tomorrow, anybody dead or alive, who would you want as your president for the next 4 years?
Real quick, let me read this comment. This is my life said, as a black man, I could never support the death penalty when the judicial system is stacked with people of color.
Fair.
And I choose Oscar the Grouch.
Dang, he gonna make it every dang county a landfill, yo. Man, the dumping's gonna be City Hall.
Back, you know.
Oh man, not Oscar the Grouch, man. Well, you could have chose Grover.
I was just gonna say Grover. I was just gonna say Grover. Yeah, I like Grover too.
Oh man, what in the world would he do? Is for one, he's never gonna make a proper entrance. He's just gonna fall out the sky randomly and just like
that would be hilarious. He played the superhero. He just
oh yeah. Fire. Dang, so not Sesame Street characters.
Who would you do?
Dang. I would. Oh, were you talking to Rock? All right. One of two people come to mind as far as who I feel that if they were put in there, they would make change, because the main thing they wanted was for people to prosper all at the same level and not be held back. Like two people who I idolized. I will say one is Muhammad Ali, and number two is Dick Gregory.
I'm sorry, who was the first one?
Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, okay.
So in no specific order neither. So, but those would be my two, especially Dick Gregory.
Yeah, he was pretty dope. And
Very.
His children are wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
I know them. I know two of them personally.
Denise said Chuck Brown.
Fire. That would be that inauguration would be a party, bruh.
You know what's crazy? For shits and giggles, God damn it, they gonna crucify me for saying this.
I can't wait to hear it.
One person that I would maybe kind of be interested just for shits and giggles is the guy that you see on my screen.
Oh no!
I feel like he would cause problems. He would shake some shit up.
We would be at war.
He may get things done for us.
Do you know this ain't the college dropout Kanye you're talking about?
I know, right?
This is a different Kanye, bro.
I know, right? Kanye might get us our reparations.
I think this post Kim, ain't it?
Yeah,
yes.
Kim.
She like, nope. She's like, I think she wants to pre-Kim
Nah,
Kanye.
shit. Um, I would have loved to see um Martin Luther King and as the president and
Fire.
Malcolm X as the VP.
Fire. I'm with that. I actually got a
Say switch
true.
it around.
You said what?
I say put Malcolm as the president.
I wouldn't say him as the president.
I say
I don't,
the reason why I say Martin as president because he's more diplomatic. Leave Malcolm as the VP because he oversees the army. You feel me?
and once again, if we're going by who they were the last time we seen them, because everybody loves Malcolm because of by any means necessary, so on and so forth. That was a stage in his life, but towards the end of his life, once he made his trip to Mecca and so on and so forth, he adopted the same ideas that Martin had. So towards the end of his life, him and Martin were on the same plane. So if you were to put him in the office right now, if you were to put him in the office right now, he would practically be on some peaceful everybody at the table type ish because he wasn't following the honorable Elijah Muhammad anymore.
But Martin also switched over too by the end of his life. So they kind of switched roles. Yeah, he
Well, Martin wasn't walking up and down the street with choppers though, like
no.
Martin. So he did not switch up.
I'm
So no.
thought process his theory because Martin his way wasn't the right way. Remember he was like, did he put us in the fire? Did he put us, put us in the fan?
Well, we would never know because we still living by his way. So we not living by Malcolm's way.
And let me ask you this: if you think Mike Tyson was our president, do you think anybody would want to go to war with us?
No. So
My bad,
That
I'm feeling goofy as shit.
and also that was just document and also that statement was said that he told who did he tell Harry Belafonte that he never said that publicly. So
Oh, okay.
as far as like the running into a burn leading people into a burning building, so we can only go by what we seen of him, which was I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but as a people we will get to the promised land. That is the last image of MLK we had.
Sounds like Moses to me.
Mm-hmm. And he was quoting that too. So
Yeah.
so yeah. So anyways, and in true story, I actually have a picture, that famous picture, an original. Shout out to my friend Rochelle. She actually gifted it to me for, I want to say, my birthday, because I told her I wanted this picture and somehow she found it. But I actually have a picture hanging not in here but in my room of when Malcolm and Martin got together. So that picture of them shaking hands, I got that hanging in my room.
Oh, that's lit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my good people, it's been early. Go ahead and keep it short.
Well, we got a
it's
lot of announcements.
so
Yeah, so we got a lot of announcements while Rock is up there eating raisinets or something, whatever that sound is. So we are up here. We are gonna. We got some announcements coming soon. All that good stuff. So y'all just stay tuned, and you know it's gonna be lit. So follow me at the real K Quick. I am kquick.com. Beast Bars of Faith. Look out for the squad. Shout out Leticia Soul, Adonis Progress, TMG, MC Resh. You know the whole squad. Andrew Warden, Lord Lou, Rhyme Wizard, everybody. You already know. BBF. We outside.
and I am the Blue Phoenix. I want to say that don't allow what's going on now, the election, all this other stuff, to have you in fear. I think that's what was the overcast over America. I think it was fear. I think that's what it was. And the heartbreak came from fear of what's to come. But don't allow it to overtake you. Just don't allow it to make you lose or miss out on life. Because no matter what, at the end of the day, you still have to live. So make it the best. No matter what. You're going to be all right.
Yeah. So I will say this. Of course, follow me on all social media platforms at TaylorMade Rock. It's great doing the show every Thursday. I got something funny to say, but I'm just gonna say this, man. Look, y'all stay positive, stay on your grind, protect yourself, protect your family. It's only 4 years. You dig what I'm saying? Play it safe, play it right, and we're gonna be all right, man. Just learn to do something different. You know what I'm saying? I know we never forget about what happened to our people, and we'll never forget where we came from. But it's time to move forward and elevate. We can't dwell on that. We gotta do we gotta remember it and we gotta grow. You feel me? Team up with your brothers and your sisters. It may not be your dream, but it may be their dream, and it may be a power move that can get all y'all rich. You don't have to be number one. You can be a role player. It's time to link up, man. Once again, follow me on all social media platforms at TaylorMade Rock, and stay tuned. Cranksgiving Fly coming soon. We are the fucking No Filter Show. We are.